So let's get back again to the test editor. So the first thing we want to add here is to actually close the handler. So we're going to say coil underscore close, and then we pass it the handler, which is a coil variable. Now we have access to the response data. What we now need to do is to just check if it is successful. So we are going to do a simple check. Say if it is set, response success, and response success is equal to true, this means that everything works as intended. But what we need to be concerned about is if response success is not equal to true, for example. So if response success is not equal to true, we want to actually echo out something. So in our case, we want to follow the flow that we've been following previously. So we can just come down here and then grab result. So we want to set result to be equal to something. So set result to be equal to reCAPTCHA validation fade. Okay, so this is the first check that we want to do. The second check that we want to do is if is set. So assuming that this is not the case, we have success equal to true from the response, okay? Then we want to do another check to see if the domain is actually the domain that we specified. So we're going to say if it said response hostname and the response hostname is equal to our domain. So I'm going to just add code this here is equal to auth.local. So if we go back to look at the response, you can see here is auth.local. So this will be different for you. You have to actually specify your actual host name, which you use to register the app. Okay. So we're going to negate this. If it is not equal to this, then we know that this is actually a request from another source. So we're going to copy this and then just paste it here. Then we can say request originate from a different server. Okay, so those are the two main checks that we need to do. Now I'm going to make this S. So make this S, and then we are also going to make this S. And then the final thing that we need to do here is to only override the result if it is not set. So we're going to say if not result, then we are going to change the value of result to be equal to the cross-site request forgery error. So that's basically all we need to do to give this a test. So we're just going to try and log in now to see how everything works, and then we're going to do one level of refactoring before I actually end the lecture. So let's get back again to the browser, show the login form, and then I'm going to try to log in. I cannot seem to actually remember the password, but I'm going to try. Okay, so welcome back. You're being logged in, which means everything works actually as intended. So we're going to log out, and then now we're going to try to make it fail. So let's come back here and then just click on sign in. And then we say reCAPTCHA validation fail. This is because we did not actually click on the checkbox here.